Hi, Hans.
Hi, nice to be on the show.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Could you say a little bit about yourself?
Sure. My name is Hans Uy. I'm a SpaceX senior financial analyst. I've been working at the company for 4 years now, and I've been a lifelong space fan. So it's been pretty great talking to Nathan here at the Boston airport.
I know. I feel like I won the lottery, and I didn't even buy a ticket for yesterday, so that's kind of weird.
It's funny.
What got you into space?
Yeah, I've always been obsessed with space as a kid. My parents, when I was 4, bought me a DK Space Encyclopedia that I read obsessively, and I memorized the names of all the stars and planets and moons. People are always confused that I studied finance in college and not engineering, but I kind of enjoyed the finance side of space, and a lot of my work at SpaceX involves calculating the cost of the rocket and keeping our spend under control.
And that's one of the things that I like to tell people is that you don't have to be an astronaut, a scientist, an engineer. I mean, in order to make the space future that we want, you need everybody.
Yeah, that's right.
You need people that can manage teams, people who can communicate to people,
Yep.
people who can do art, people who can make music.
Exactly.
You know,
the people who can close the books.
people who close the books. Everything. Even JavaScript developers and people who know SQL and
That's right.
everything. So. Did you know, and I know this is a silly question, but I ask everybody, that NASA's planning to send astronauts back to the moon?
Yes, absolutely. SpaceX is building the lunar lander for the Artemis program. I distinctly remember that day because I was in the office and the finance team heard that we had won the contract and people started standing up and clapping and cheering that we were going back to the moon. So very, very core memory for me.
That's true. I remember NASA really wanted to select like 2 landers, but they weren't giving the funding for it, and essentially SpaceX had a most compelling and also the only affordable option of the 3.
Yeah,
which is kind of cool.
We were very excited by it. It was wonderful. It was an awesome day at work that day.
So I would ask you, what do you think about NASA going back to the moon? But I got to feel you're pretty excited about it.
I'm very excited about it. There's a lot to be learned about that. Obviously, it's been more than 50 years since the last time we set foot on the moon. Just as for the last 20 years, we've had continued human presence in low Earth orbit. Now we need to expand and learn how to put continued human presence off-world and on the lunar South Pole. So I think it's going to be great for our eventual journey to Mars.
And talking about that eventual journey, when you think out 200 years, which I know is like a difficult time to think about, since it's unless something really amazing happens around like biological research and medicine, we probably won't be there to see it. It probably won't even be our children.
I know.
It probably won't be our grandchildren.
I know.
But still, whenever you think 200 years in the future, what do you think humanity looks like?
I kind of liken that journey to Mars almost like what the age of discovery was for humanity in like the 1500s, where Europe was colonizing the New World. I hope that in 200 years from now, Earth has colonized and sent like viable cities to Mars, and there are human settlements on Mars that are self-sustaining, and then we will be a species of 2 worlds by then.
Yeah, that would be amazing. I made this little card. You flip it back and forth, and you see like the native going from like Asia into North America on the Bering Strait, and that's interposed with like a guy in an astronaut thing with the SpaceX. Falcon landing on Mars, and I kind of see sort of that, that journey from like Asia into North America, like tens of thousands of years ago, as being at the same level of difficulty as us going to Mars, considering where we are.
Yeah, which is fortunate that we live in these times because we get to see some really exciting stuff in our lifetimes.
I know. I mean, just like 120 years ago, talking to people about airports would have been pointless.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and now here we are.
I mean, like, you can't fly.
I know. Yeah.
If you could, would you take a trip to space?
I absolutely would. Probably not Mars. That 2-year round trip would probably be pretty taxing, but I would definitely do the moon. Right, 3 days to the moon, spend a week there, come back. Totally down for it.
Excellent. Bring back a couple moon rocks.
Bring back a couple moon rocks, take some selfies. Yeah, absolutely.
Play moon golf.
Yeah, of course. Already been done though.
Yeah, that's true. But not even a hole.
I know, just 3 shots. Alan Shepard.
Yeah, but I was thinking more of like Top Golf type of thing as opposed to,
Exactly. I would totally do it.
Well, Hans, thank you so much for participating in my project.
Yes, I'm more than happy to. It's always exciting to talk about space.
Absolutely.